So we got our groceries, and then I got a few Christmas decor decorations, and I will be home today decorating. It's what, 11:54 a.m. now, so hopefully it doesn't take me long, and then later on I'll try to do something. It's Saturday, it's like a down Saturday. We're not doing much, you know. I was on earlier, and you know. Now, guys, one thing I asked, so with me personally, like, I don't really beg a friend, or I don't really have to hang out with anyone. I'm social, but I can also be, I'm okay with doing things by myself. I don't need people to do things, as I get older. When I was younger, I always needed someone to do something. Like, either I was a hangman or they were a hangman. But as I've gotten older, I've become comfortable with doing things by myself, for myself. So I feel like, if you have a friend who states, "Oh, like, your crowd is not for me. I don't want to hang out with them." Don't force that friend to hang out with that group of people. Nothing can be wrong with them. It's just like your friend don't really jive with them, and that's okay, because there's folks different strokes for different folks. Not everyone can be friends with each other, and not everyone get along. And it's not even get along, it's just some people temperaments or morals, they might be different than other people. Like, I have different morals. Some people, they are willing to do whatever. I'm not willing to do whatever. Some things I just don't cross the line, and I just don't do. So if you have those type of friends, like, don't invite me or include me. I'm okay. I can not go, or I can do things alone. I'm very much a girl who have morals and values. And if you don't have morals and values, like, I don't want to hang out with you. Like, there's no point in me hanging out with you guys. And guys, what I'm saying is, like, when you look at social media and look at people on social media, don't try to envy them. I know I'm switching the topic, so I'm going back to morals and values. Don't envy them, because a lot of people will use someone's credit card to get the things that they want. A lot of people will sleep around to get the things that they want. A lot of women, a lot of those designer bags were bought not in a good way. A lot of those bodies were bought not in a good way, and a lot of those teeth and stuff and vehicles were bought in not a good way. I'm not judging anyone, but I feel like some people, they do stuff, they manipulate people, and they do stuff in order to get ahead, or do the things that they're do or do the have the things that they have, the material items. But and that's not me. Like I said, I work very hard for what I have, and if I want something, I'll buy it. If I can't afford it, then I won't buy it. So that's how it is. But I'm not really big on material items like designer. I'll have a few items. Yes, I do like it, but me buying it for myself, not so much. Like, I'm not going to keep buying designer after designer after designer, because I cannot personally afford that. And I feel like that's a waste of money, because me personally, I get bored with items quickly. So I might get this, and I won't like it tomorrow. So that's the type of person that I am. I get bored really easily, and I won't like the item that I have really easily. So, but with that saying, I'm just saying, be careful of the company you keep, and then also be careful of how you compare yourself to others, or how you look at others, because not everyone get items in a good way. Like, some people are scammers, some people are manipulators, and some people, that's how they are. That's how they were raised. I will not accept things from certain individuals because not all money is clean money. You know, not all money is clean money. You know, I don't need a married man to buy me a designer bag. You know, I don't need somebody who's selling drugs to people to buy me a designer bag. I don't need a guy. And that's when I was single. When I was single, I never needed that. I don't need people who do bad things to give me money to buy something. I just will work and struggle on my own. You know how people have sugar daddies? I don't think I could ever have a sugar daddy. And I'm talking about when I was younger, guys. Right now, I'm married and a sugar mama. I cannot use people. Like, that's just not in my temperament. I am not a user, you know, and I, for one, don't allow people to use me as well, you know. People try me, they try to use me, but once I know you have that type of temperament, I'm definitely cutting you off. I limit how I hang out with you and I limit how I talk to you because I'm not a fool. My mom didn't raise a fool. There some people, they are just master manipulators, guys. And if you're that type of person, I do not want to be your friend. I do not want to be with you. I do not want to be surrounded by you because I am a woman of morals and values. You know, I'm not saying I'm a perfectionist, I'm not, but I have morals and values. I believe in karma. Like, I believe like what you put out in the universe, it will come back to you. So if you put out good, then good will come back. Hi, how are you guys? Thank you for coming into my life. So if you put out good, it will come back to you. If you put out bad, you might not get the bad things back to you, but it will hit one of your family members. So hi, hello Kitty, how are you? Now, karma is a big thing, guys. You know, sometimes with me, I don't know if you guys are superstitious or religious. I have like a mouth. If I say something, it will happen. So I'm very careful with what I speak into the universe, and I'm very careful with what I do. So the things that I don't want for myself, I don't do it to others because it will come back and hit me. And I have some stories of where karma came back and hit me. Like, I'll say, oh, I'll judge someone based on something, and the same thing happened to my life. So you have to be careful about what you say and be careful about what you do. Hi, Zayden. That's a really nice name. You have to be careful about what you say and what you do, and also be careful of what you admire and who you look up to. Like, social media had so many women in their 20s before they even hit 30s getting their stomach tucks, getting their butt job, getting their boobs job, getting their teeth done. A woman is not mature until they're like late to 30 20s. Like, your body does not reach maturity. It changes. I noticed that within myself. As a woman, your body change. Thank you so much. So it's like, don't you cannot look at social media and compare your lives and try to live up to social media, because some of those people on social media are scammers, they're manipulators, they're using people's cards to get the things that they want. And you have to be careful when you see those reality celebrities. You see the stories that come out on some of them, right? A lot of them are committing fraud to look and feel, you know, to look like they're the elites, and they're not the elites. If you're gonna be a fraudster, how can you be an elite? You know, why do you want to be a do fraud so people could look up to you, so that you can have material items? Don't do it. Do it genuinely. Like, if someone genuinely works hard and get money the right way and have those items, yes, to me that's something you can look up to, but not a fraudster. Yeah, I feel like women are beautiful, but women do a lot of things to please men. Like, they're cutting up their bodies, they're doing this, they're doing that. We, you know, like when a woman gets ready to go out, we have to do her makeup, we have to wear a waist trainer, do that. Men don't do that. Men just put on their clothes and go. So it's like women do so much to please men. And I'm not saying you shouldn't please your man, but don't go on your deathbed. Don't try to get your stomach tucked. And then I see these women getting their stomach tucked, and then the men they're around still have a bare belly. Like, what sense does that make? You go under the knife, get your tummy tucked, get your butt done, but the man you're with still have a bare belly? Does that make sense? That makes no type of sense to me. Like, why would I put myself under the knife for a man who's not trying to make himself better, or make himself look the same that I look, you know? But I feel like social media has made it seem to every woman, like, women, we're mothers, we have kids. Oh, more cushion for the, yes, more cushion for the pushing. Yeah. Yep, I agree with you. Now, women have kids, right? So you're telling me every woman that have a child must snap back and have a flat dashboard body? Why? What's wrong with a woman having a little tummy? Like, we're mothers, we had kids. I am not killing myself, guys, to have a flat stomach. Like, no way. You know, my stomach, what women don't understand is that you can wear clothes to fit your body. You can wear outfits that doesn't show your stomach, or you can wear clothes that doesn't have it doesn't have to be tight and show your figures. One thing I like is I like the dresses, it's like flowy on the top and it goes out. It's called like a baby doll dress. That dress, if you wear those type of dresses, it don't really show your curves. Like, you barely see your belly. And if you don't have like a naturally butt, like, not everybody has like a big butt. Like, it's okay. Like, not everybody has that shape, the cocoa bottle shape. Like, I have it naturally because that's how I was born. Like, I have that shape naturally. But I have a natural shape. It's natural. It's not like over the top like these girls are doing it. And I'm okay with my shape, guys. I would never go under the knife. I don't care if I have a big belly. I don't care if I have a little cellulite. I am not killing myself to go under a knife to please social media, to please the people in my town. These people are not paying your bills. Like, if you don't have your mortgage tomorrow, can you call the people up on social media to help you with your mortgage payment or to help you with your bills? You cannot. So why are you cutting up your body to please these people? I just don't comprehend the world and what it's like, so shallow, so vain. And you know what? I feel like a lot of these people they have a self-esteem issue, and it's like doing this helps boost your self-esteem. But at the end of the day, do you think they're really happy? But because self-esteem, I think, is within you. Like, your self-love is within you. It's not something physical on the outside. It's what's within you. You have to be happy within yourself, guys. It's not what you see on the outside, So, yeah, curves are where it's at. So stop trying to. It's like a lot of these girls cut up themselves, and some of them, it's like their shapes don't look natural, or you just see them and you know that it's fake. Now the girls that do it subtle, if you don't notice it, I'm not saying it's okay, because I'm not judging people for cutting up their bodies. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, but I'm just saying I will not do it for myself. And I'm just saying people should have more self-love, be happy with the body you got, and stop looking at social media to, like, saying every girl have to have that shape. Not everybody have the Coca-Cola bottle shape. And why would you look at another female and say, oh, she has that shape, I want to go buy that shape? No, I don't want to look like another female. I don't want to have a shape like another female. I don't want to look like everyone else. I just want to look naturally me. Now, Guys, I look exactly like, if you look at my mother, I look exactly like my mother. And when I look at myself, it's like, I'm like, oh God, yes, I'm beautiful. My mom is beautiful. But the fact that sometimes I don't see myself in my face, I see my mom now, that's kind of scary to me. So that's what I'm saying. I would never look at another female and say that, oh, I want to be like her. I want to have what she have. To me, that's kind of like jealousy, you know? You're not admiring that person if you look at her and then you go cut up your body and do everything, you know, to cut up your body. Like, you have to be happy within yourself. And that's what the new year is coming, 2026. I just want the females out there to stop cutting up your bodies in 2026. Let's be comfortable with who we are. Let's be comfortable with the body that God gave us. You know? Let's be happy and stop trying. So many females have died, and I feel like the men are doing it now too, which is really crazy. The men are doing it now too. You're right. I think beauty is in the eye. Thank you, Coffin. That is so Coffin Rider. Now that's a scary username, Coffin Rider. Um, so thank you so much. But I don't understand. I think beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Now I feel like we all should be happy with how we look, and I feel like, you know, everyone is not the same. We don't look the same. Now, you see how my nose, people will say my nose is big and stuff like that. But I'm happy with my nose. A lot of black girls have been, not just black, anybody, if they're not happy with their nose, they cut it to look pointy. And your nose is on your face. It's unique to you. So why would you change that? But I guess a lot of people are just not happy with who they are. And I just hope in 2026 you guys have more confidence in who you are. Be happy with who you are. Stop comparing to the next person. You don't know what that other person is going. Like, they may look beautiful on the outside, but they're very evil on the inside. So you don't know. You're looking up to somebody that you say is beautiful. Not me, though. I'm beautiful on the out and on the in. I'm a very beautiful person. But I'm just saying, you may look up to someone like one of the celebrities and you want to cut up your face and cut up your body to look like them, but you don't know how that person is, their temperament, or if they're even a nice person. So why would you want to be like that type of person, you know? Hi, D Nice, how are you? Why would you want to be like that type of person? So in 2026, guys, try to love yourself. Try to not compare. Like, if you want to cut up yourself, do it for you. Don't compare yourself to another person and say you want to do it for that person. Because I'm telling you guys, when you change yourself, if that person didn't love you before, they will not love you they will not love you still. People don't just come easy like that based on looks. People don't love you based on how you look. They love you based on how you treat them. They love you based on your actions, you know? To me, love is an action word. If somebody look at me and say, "Oh, I love you based on how I look," then no. It's how people treat you is that shows they love you. If someone treat you a certain way, then that's love to me. Like, if you respect the person, you're nice and cordial to the person. Acts of service to me is love, you know? It's how you act. You know, that's my love language, how you act. You know, don't look at me and say you love me, but then you're treating me like crap. You know, how is that love? That's not love to me. So guys, be careful what you're doing, how you're cutting up your bodies. And I'm just telling you, love yourself in 2026. You know, it's all about self-love. You know, be beautiful in your own skin. A lot of people, they're bleaching their skin. They don't love the color of their skin. You know, I love my black skin, guys. I'm dark skin, you know. I love my dark skin. You know, that is what I do. I love being black, you know. Right now, I have on a wig, but I love my real hair. You guys have seen me naturally in my hair. I love my hair. You know, I may throw this on because it's cold and I don't feel like fixing up my hair. But I love myself. I love the person that God have made me, you know, and I feel like it comes with age. Maybe you won't love who you are, but as it comes with age, you learn to love who you are, you know? So you have to love who you are, guys, and appreciate who you are, because life is very short, you know? Life is short, you know, we're not here for long. So the fact of the matter is you have to love and appreciate who you are. You know, I'm not judging anyone for cutting up their skin. I'm not judging anyone for, you know, what they want to do for their body, like to make them feel good. But my point is, do it for yourself. Don't do it for anyone else, you know? Because people are not going to love you regardless of if you have a nice shape, nice figure. People love you based on your personality. You might look like the most beautiful girl in the world, and people will hate you because of your spirit, you know? People will hate you because of the way other people love you. People will hate you because you're smarter than them. People will hate you because you're not ghetto enough, or people will hate you because you're bougie. People people just will not like you based on the fact that you're you, you know? When I was younger, a lot of people try to change who I am and try for me to act how, you know, they want me to act. But you have to be yourself. And if people don't love you for yourself, then it's okay. Go be around people who appreciate you. The sad thing about people is that they chase the people who don't love them, or they want to be friends with people who don't like them, and they want to be surrounded by people who, like, you know for sure that that group of people is not for you. Don't force yourself to be around people who are not for you. You know, don't change yourself to be around people who don't appreciate you. I would personally be by myself before I force or try to buy or beg a friendship. Like, that is definitely not me, you know. There's people who they want you to treat them a certain way, and they don't see you as special, so they won't treat you the same way. Now you have to open up your eyes and see. You have to open up your eyes, guys. In 2026, open up your eyes. Like, be around people who appreciate you. Like, people, we know who treats us well, we know who treats us bad, we know who, like, don't like us. You know, I've saw stories where there are girls who they go to a hotel room with their friends group, and they get unalived, you know, and the friends don't talk. You don't know what happened. And then that girl who went to Mexico with her friends group, and they all ganged up on her. You know, those, you have to be careful of the friends that you keep or the people that you try to surround yourself with. There's people who just don't like you because of who you are, because of the way people love you, because of the relationship you have, the good relationship you have with your parents, if the good relationship you have with their parents. You know, I've had people dislike me because, you know, I treat their parents well. They don't like that because they don't know how to treat their parents well. So it's just, your temperament can make people dislike you, you know? People will hate you because you have morals and values, you know? People will hate you because They'll be using people for their finances, and you're saying you're not. But I'm not judging anyone. I'm just saying people are who they are. You just have to open your eyes to know who people are. You have to know who those manipulators are. You have to know who those users are. You have to know who those fraudsters are. There's a lot of people committing fraud in 2025, and there'll be people committing fraud and manipulators in 2026. You have to be careful with who you surround yourself with. Surround yourself with people who are like you, like-minded. And if you're the fraudster out there, stop it. Stop fraud. Stop being manipulators. Stop being a fraudster. Try to be a better person. I know some people probably go through stuff. They have to do things that, they normally wouldn't do if they weren't in like a bad situation. But try to get yourself in a good situation to be a better person. It's good to be a good person, guys, because like I mentioned, karma will come back and bite you in the butt. It will bite you really bad. And you need to be careful about what you put in the universe, and because the universe will come back at you. So be a good person. Treat others well, especially you have children or grandchildren. A lot of people don't think about the future of anyone. They don't think about the future of their kids. They don't think about the future of their grandkids. If you are a man who likes to be a womanizer, stop it. Like, what's the point of being a womanizer? What's the point of sleeping around and using this woman. My thing is with the men that are womanizers, they are never rich men. Like, why are you not rich if you're a womanizer? Why are you not using it as your advantage? How can you be a womanizer and you're still like broke? I don't get it. Like, why are you womanizing the women them? Don't Isn't a womanizer like they get things from women? But my thing is, be nice. Like, don't try to use men, don't try to use women. Like, there's too many crazy things happening in this earth, on this in this planet for you to use, you know? Protect your body. They're saying our body is our temple, and it definitely is our temple because guys, the body is so fragile. Anything you walk, you can get a paper cut. Anything you walk, you hit your head. Anything can just hurt you at any moment. So your body is definitely a what am I saying? Your body is a temple. Treat your body well, treat your life well. You know, just treat yourself well. A lot of people, they don't treat themselves well. And I feel like it's childhood trauma. A lot of us have childhood trauma, and because of the trauma, we have done crazy things. We have done things that a lot of people are not proud of. But it's okay to change in 2026. It's okay to make a change. If you have childhood trauma, you do have to get help. You have to get help because someone there will help you. A lot of people have childhood trauma and they don't know that they have it. And a lot of people, they do crazy things and people have allowed them to do it. You know, they say crazy stuff to people and people have allowed them to do it. They just have a lot of trauma. There's a lot of trauma out there, and a lot of people, they just have a lot of trauma, guys. They have a lot of childhood trauma. And you have to pray for them because, there's a lot of trauma. And as a parent, what you have to learn, they we speak about generational curses, breaking generational curses. And you definitely have to break generational curses because the trauma that you have will follow your children. And sometimes people don't notice that they have trauma until you sit, you meditate, and you look back on how you act, how you treat your kids, how you carry yourself. So a lot of people think they're um hi Stacy. A lot of people think they're perfect, but a lot of people are okay with their trauma. They're okay with treating people bad. They're okay with being manipulators. They're okay with treating people bad, but I don't understand that. But and I'll never understand it because I'm not that type of person. I don't have that temperament. I treat people how I would like to be treated, and a lot of people don't treat people properly. Um so a lot of people those are my kids. Hi, honey. But a lot of people treat people, they don't treat people well. So a lot of people, they don't treat people well, and they just, I think a lot of people, how they were raised, like I've noticed that a lot of people don't, they were not raised with a lot of morals or values, because a lot of people, they were raised to be like in survival mode. A-
I need another garbage bag too.